The passage in Daniel 9:9, 24, 27 is one of the clearest Old Testament prophecies pointing to the Messiah and his role as a sacrifice for sins. Here's how it connects to Jesus Christ and fulfills the prophecy that the Messiah must come before 70 AD. Watch 1. The timing of the Messiah's arrival. Daniel 9:25. The prophecy outlines a timeline for the arrival of the Messiah. 7 weeks and 62 weeks. A total of 69 weeks, prophetic weeks understood as periods of 7 years each, or 483 years. The timeline begins with the decree to restore and build Jerusalem. Historically, this is linked to Artaxerxes' decree in 445 BC 8. From that decree, 483 years bring us to approximately 30 AD, when Jesus was crucified. After the 62 weeks, Messiah shall be cut off, but not for himself. The term cut off refers to a violent death. Jesus' crucifixion fits this description, as he died not for his own sins, but for the sins of humanity. Isaiah 53, 5-6. The people of the prince who is to come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. After the Messiah's death, the Romans under Titus destroyed Jerusalem and the temple in 70 AD. This places the Messiah's coming and sacrifice before that event. Tattoo! The purpose of the Messiah's mission. Daniel 9:24, Daniel 4 lists 6 key purposes for the 70 weeks, all fulfilled in Jesus. 1. To finish the transgression. Jesus bore the punishment for sin, bringing an end to the power of transgression for those who believe in him. Isaiah 53:5, Romans 6:10. 2. To make an end of sins. Through his sacrifice, Jesus provided the final atonement for sin, fulfilling the sacrificial system. Hebrews 10:10-12. 3. To make reconciliation for iniquity. Jesus reconciled humanity to God through his death, 2 Corinthians 5:18-19. 4. To bring an everlasting righteousness. Jesus' righteousness is imputed to believers, fulfilling God's promise of eternal salvation, Romans 3:22, 2 Corinthians 5:21. 5. To seal up vision and prophecy. Jesus fulfilled Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah, Luke 24:44, Matthew 5:17. 6. To anoint the most holy. Jesus, as the true temple and the Holy One, was anointed by God to accomplish his redemptive work, Luke 4:18, John 2:19-21. 3. Connection to Psalm 110:1 and Jesus. In Psalm 110:1, David writes, "The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool." Jesus applied this verse to himself in Matthew 22:42-45, asking the Pharisees how David could call the Messiah my Lord if the Messiah was his descendant. This highlights Jesus' dual identity as both David's descendant, human lineage, and David's Lord, divine nature. 4. The end of sacrifice. He shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering. Jesus' death on the cross rendered the temple sacrifices obsolete, Hebrews 10:14. After his death, the destruction of the temple in 70 AD ensured no further sacrifices could be made. The prophecy in Daniel 9:24-27 combined with Psalm 110:1 shows that 1. The Messiah had to come and be cut off before 70 AD. 2. Jesus perfectly fulfilled the timeline and the purposes outlined in Daniel 9. 3. Jesus' death ended the need for sacrifices and fulfilled Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah's atoning work. Thank you for watching. Your support means so much. If you enjoyed the content, please like the video and subscribe for more.